Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Vet Green. You know what I'm doing? I am unpacking. I was walking from my nephew's house and I was thinking about the things that led up to, well, what was going on prior to me getting the apartment that I'm in right now. I remember there was this one particular day I was at work, and for some reason, the number 19 kept popping up. Now, 19 is, I guess, one of my what are favorite numbers, or one of my good luck numbers. But on this day, I couldn't figure out why it kept popping up. Now, I guess I need to backtrack and tell you guys the story of about the apartment. So, again, one day I was sitting at work and I had I had set up the alerts on Zillow or Trulia, one of them, so that apartments based on, what I was looking for would come directly to my phone. I had gotten so frustrated, though, because of my credit, it was taking me a little while to get an apartment that I really liked. And I had to think of safety because I have boys and because of the violence in different areas in Chicago, I had to keep that in mind. So, again, I had gotten frustrated, so I had stopped even looking at the texts that were coming to my phone. Um, for some reason, this one particular day, I felt my phone vibrate and I looked at it, and something told me, look at the text, look at the apartment, get up and call them. And I did that. I got up and called them, and I talked to my now landlord, and she was very sweet. Didn't know where the apartment was. I just knew that it was in the same city that my nephew was living in, which was amazing. So, to make a long story short, the apartment ended up being right around the corner from where he lives right now. Like, literally, he can go to the back of his building and see where I live. We're that close. And it's just really us here. So I mean, we're a family. We depend on each other. So thank you God, he made that work. So I wanted to do, once I got the apartment, I had signed the lease. I wanted to see how much longer it would take me to walk to the train station, because his condo is actually a little bit closer to the train station than where I live right now. Even though it's like around the corner, it's like a couple of blocks. So I wanted to do a walk to see how much longer it would take me so that I could, time the train accordingly. I don't want to be late for work. So as I'm walking and I'm just taking in the scenery, because it is beautiful. It's beautiful around here, lots of trees, and I was just taking it all in. And as I'm getting closer to my soon to be apartment, I look up. And what's on the building, you guys, but the number 19? The number 19. That's why I no longer believe in coincidence. I believe that God will show us a sign. And if we are paying attention and we have an open heart, we'll be able to receive those signs. This number 19, where I live at, it kept popping up. And I remember I was talking to my guy at the time, and his birthday you know, is 1009, 10/9, October 9th. And I'm like, I don't know why it keeps popping up. I'm like, I know that's your birthday, that's my kid's birthday. We're trying to figure it out. Never could figure it out. I was like, well, play the number, play the number 19. Never could figure it out. But lo and behold, what was God trying to tell me? Sending me a signal that day before I got the apartment. This all happened within days of each other. The number 19, that's where you were going to live. The same way before I moved to Illinois, you guys, I kept getting a direction pointed to me of Michigan. I just knew each job I applied to, so many jobs I applied to, they were in Michigan. And I kept saying, I must be going to be moving to Michigan. I called my auntie who lives in Michigan. I was like, Auntie, I may have to stay with you because I'm getting all these job interviews in there in Michigan. To make a long story short, you guys, one day I'm standing outside the building I work in. Just, sometimes I go out there and I unpack and I just want to take in my surroundings. So, you want to make sure you always have a grateful heart. And I was just taking in my surroundings and thanking God for bringing me to where I am in life. And I looked down, and on the back of the building is the street sign Michigan. Yep. So all those job interviews that I was having over the phone and nothing panned out, it just didn't happen. One job, and I had 3 job interviews for the same position, and it did not pan out. And I was so, I couldn't figure out why God had brought this to me and I wasn't getting the job. But he was bringing to me what he had planned for me. I just was reading it the wrong way. And sometimes that happens in life, you guys. Sometimes we get signs and we read them the wrong way. We want to keep our hand in the pot and try and make it the way we believe it should be instead of waiting on the answer that God has for us. So that is my message for you guys today. Sometimes it's okay to take our hands out the pot and just wait. Be still in the moment. Be still and let God do his work, because God is not going to steer you wrong. We get steered wrong when we try and take control of that will and steer it in the direction that we believe it should be going in, instead of waiting and trying to figure out what it is God has planned with what has been brought in front of us. Sometimes we are very hard-headed. I know I can be very hard-headed, and I want to try and control what God had planned, and it doesn't work out when I do that. The stress comes, and I guess that feeling of uneasiness comes, because now I'm standing there in circles, like, okay, what's going on? What happened here? Get your hand out the pot. Take your hand out the pot for a moment and let God do his work in your life. Have faith. My life is a testimony. When I keep the faith, I feel so much better, you guys. I feel so much better, and my life is much easier. And listen, don't think that just because you have faith that you won't go through things. That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying that you'll have a better understanding of why you're going through those things when you put your faith in God. So I am signing off, you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. I love you guys. Leave me a message. Let me know what you think about this video. Let me know if there's something that you like to have answered. If you have questions for me, please leave me a message. I will answer you. We are together in this journey. You are not alone, you guys. I love you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Go Bills.